Hey guys, I'm back, and today we're going to be doing a review on the BMW 328 Ci. I wish it was a 330. Well, you guys, as you know, the Trans Am's gone. So when I fixed it, 2/1/19, 2/3/19 is when it sold. Fixed it for a customer, kept this as a memorabilia. It's a OptiSpark distributor. Easy little snap to fix, nothing too major. Came in that huge box, I don't know why, but oh well. Guess still won't suffer any damage. As much as I miss it, I don't. The Trans Am, I couldn't drive it in the rain. I mean, I could, but not in heavy rain. It wasn't ideal for everyday use. It was a gas guzzler, not to mention. So I wanted something that was fun to drive, wasn't bad on gas, and of course comfort. You know, it doesn't have all the power in the world like a V8, but it has a straight 6. And it's a 2000. It's only 3 years newer than my Trans Am. It is a 5-speed, has 153,000 miles. Feels like a kitten. Still drives really good. The interior is all intact. It came with the owner's manual. This was a college kid's. Everything works on this car. The AC, heater, every single thing. Very well engineered. This one actually came with all the tools that it's supposed to come with. It's very nice because none of the other ones came with everything. Comes with an optional 6-disc CD changer and cubby. Came with the M3 rims. All-wheel disc. I've already installed LEDs on the floorboards. Just replaced the ones that I had. I have a lot of future stuff I'm gonna do to it. I already have 3 mods coming in for the BMW. You guys, let me put this on my tripod. Guys, I mean, I've owned a few of these. They've always been fun to drive. They've never given me any real big troubles. The only thing weak on them is the couplers to the water pumps, like the hoses and stuff. They use different type of, instead of using the type you screw in with the flathead, the bands, the metal bands, these use just a quick disconnect, which is not a problem if you install them right the first time, which I've done several of them, and it's not a big freaking deal. Just buy everything, buy all the hoses at one time. Don't just buy one freaking hose to replace, because trust me, you'll have problems with everything else. They do take a lot of oil when you do an oil change. The average BMW takes 6.5 quarts, and the filter is very easy to change. It's internal. Yeah, it has its flaws like any other car, but for a 2000, and this is a 18-year-old car or so, the paint is original and very, very beautiful. No signs of any sun damage like you'll find with all your other BMWs. This one came with the adaptive headlights, which it's a nice feature. They move around. They move as you drive and turn to your direction. It has HIDs. Came with HIDs. It didn't come with the halos, but oh well. can always add them on. Car is nice. It's quick, you know. It's not the fastest car, but I didn't buy this car to be racing. But if there's any LT1 Corvettes that want to give it a shot, you're more than welcome. I'll line up with you, 40 roll, whatever you want to do. The car has potential. I've already ordered a short shifter for it, and other things I don't want to mention yet. They should be coming in a few days. And really the only thing that's not much of a pain in the ass to change out, but like the starters under the intake manifold. So I'll show you all that right now. The car doesn't have any fault codes or anything. I ran my scanner to it. Hold on, guys. Just to see if I would pull anything. I'm tying this down. Car has no leaks or nothing, guys. That's why I buy these cars, because they're very well taken care of. There's your oil filter housing. You just take that off and take off the internal filters very easy. The starter, on the other hand, is underneath this bad boy. Well, it ain't nothing, man. I mean, I had problems with those before, but it's not a big issue. If I ever go to replacing it, I'm gonna be putting a heat shield on it that they sell at your local auto parts store for the starters, if it gives me any problems in the future. I'll be doing also a catch can setup on it from this fella. Then there runs another hose from the oil dipstick. These cars are very different. They're not your average American cars. They run vacuuming in a very odd way. I'll be doing a catch can setup on that and see where I'm gonna mount that bad boy. I don't know where yet, but this little fucker right here looks like the perfect candidate for a catch can mount. And of course, I'll be having more room because I'll be doing a cold air intake from K&N, and the intake will be actually down there with the heat shield. So I'll have all that room to mess around with. Then I'll be I haven't ordered them yet, but I'm gonna order my EGR delete so I can get rid of the air pump for cold starts. You don't need that shit. Then I'll just have when it throws a light, I'll delete it with my scanner. If not, I'll go to San Antonio and get it, have them tune it out if I can't do it, because that air pump looks ugly. Just takes up so much room. And that's pretty much it for now, guys. Any other future mods would be anything M3, but it's a very comfortable car as it is, and reason being, that's why I sold my Trans Am. I mean, it was a fun car to drive, very easy to work on. I did all my work on that car. It's just it felt bigger than what it was because of the hood. It wasn't very comfortable to drive. This one, you can literally see the road in front of you. You can't even really see too much of the hood. I actually have more space in my garage. You would think this car has more room in the back seats and stuff. This car is actually more roomy than the Trans Am, and it's actually smaller from the wideness actually to the length of the car. It doesn't seem like it, but it is, because I park my cars in the garage, and man, I have like so much more room to work with, especially that the doors are huge on the Trans Am. I couldn't clean my car in here, the interior, because the doors would hit the walls. That's why I have that insulation thing from the ACs for the pipes. But now I don't even need that. My doors wide open now. Got so much room. And this thing gives me great gas mileage. I get like 23, 25 miles to the gallon. I get an average 23, and it's amazing, because I couldn't go anywhere without having to fucking put in my Trans Am. I have to put gas everywhere, and I know it's a sacrifice, but for owning one of those cars. But the thing is, you want a car that you're gonna be able to drive and have fun with, not just take it to a freaking car meet or just take it to work and come back. I mean, you're looking for an all-around car. I highly recommend BMW. I've owned everything from Mustang Cobra. I've owned a lot of V8 lineups with different luxuries and comforts. Trans Am was the worst choice for everyday driving and comfort. The GTO, Pontiac GTO 2004 was pretty cool. I just didn't like the push rod design that they just gave all those motors just came out faulty with those, even the LT ones, and I mean, like I said, every car's gonna have its little pros and cons, man, but those cars just guzzle so much gas. It wasn't ideal to drive it even to work every day. And a lot of people suffer. They sacrifice that because they want the power and shit. But the thing is, I mean, what do you want a freaking paperweight for? I didn't own mine too long. I didn't even drive it that much, and I already had to do the OptiSpark on it, which it wasn't a pain in the ass. But for somebody that's looking to do a quick distributor change, that's not a car. That's not an easy car to do, because most of them are real accessible. But I mean, I was able to do it under an hour, but it's because I already knew the freaking car. That's why. But there's a lot of things that go on when you do that, when you do the distributor, guys. I mean, overall, guys, I mean, the car comes with Harman Kardon speaker. This thing sounds amazing. It has a subwoofer in the back, also from the factory Harman Kardon, and it didn't come optional with the aux input, so I bought a transmitter for $10 in Walmart. It sounds like it has a whole theater system in here. It has a sunroof. The seating position is perfect, you know. And I guess it's a little 5-speed, so it's fun to drive around town. And overall, the car's just, like I said, I've owned everything, and this is even more comfortable than the Mustang Cobra 98, 97, SN 95, and the GTO was nice too. It's just everybody mistook it for a Grand Prix. He had all the balls in the world with the motor, but no, like, it's just, and it was still a little bulky car, but this is right on. And these cars are way cheaper. Like, you could find you one for like around $3,000, a low mileage one you could find one for about $4,000, and the quality is gonna be way better than any GM you ever stepped in around this age, guarantee you guys. But anyway, let me know if y'all have any questions or anything about the car, and feel free to leave a message, guys. And yeah, this is just a perfect, these cars last a lot of miles too, not to mention. But I seen them go up to 300,000 miles and still run like a baby. But anyway, guys, just leave a message if you have any questions. This is the first video of the car. I'll be shooting more videos of it getting buffed and stuff like that. I haven't buffed it or anything. But let me know what you guys think, and hit a like. Thank you.